Hello and welcome back to the Simracing channel, where nothing is impossible. It's Florian for Simracing with handicap 502, and today we are at Spa-Francorchamps in the Tatus F4 on the rookie server, so I expect some carnage. I did jump into the race without any training, and if I remember correctly, I've never driven that car before on Spa, so therefore the quality didn't went very well. We are only starting on P7, and I did change the setup a bit on spec and hoped it will work, but let's see and jump directly into the race.
Be ready.
And the lights are already on.
Green, green, green.
And we are off the line.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
It was a decent start, I would say.
Side. Still there.
P8 already on our inside.
Hold your line.
And there's a slight touch.
Line.
We got some minor suspension damage on the right rear, but I don't think we will feel that. But yeah, we lost the place. Could have been worse. So let's see how we get through Eau Rouge and Radillon. The car in front is very slow, and we touch him and we lose it and are off into the wall. Oh no, that's the worst case. Hope the RaceRoom damage model will save us here and the damage won't be too bad. I think we will be on the last place now. We have some suspension damage, but it's not too much. We have to see how the car will behave. And there's a crash on the Camel Straight.
You're clear, incident clear.
I don't know what happened there, but we will have a look at that later.
Firing is now retired. Sector 3 is now clear. Yellow flag.
And there's another car off the track. So we already got 3 places back. I have to say the car feels alright. So I think the only question now is how many places can we regain. I think the pace shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, as it settled down a bit now, let's have a look at the start. It was a decent start. And there was no carnage, at least at the front. There you can see the slight touch, which damaged our suspension a bit. There was a crash in the back, I think. And now through Eau Rouge and Radillon, I didn't expect him to go that slow. So we touch him and we are off the track into the barrier. And now let's have a look at the other crash we've seen in front of us. That car is bouncing off the other cars left and right and then spinning. But that wasn't the crash we've seen. And there's another car coming and it looks like he directly drives into him, like he turns into him. But let's have a look at his view. And yeah, I think he also had some suspension damage. I think that's the reason why he drove into him. He lost his left front wheel, but he still tries to carry on. Let's see how he goes through the first corners on 3 wheels. I think it goes quite well. Now we are back at the live action. There's a yellow flag. There's a car off the track. We are gaining another position. And as we catch up with the other cars, I think there was another crash which we haven't seen. But we will have a look at that later. There are 4 cars fighting, which is not good for us. But we will try to get past as fast as possible. And we are on the outside and try to overtake him, and we got him on the outside. And our exit is way better than from the car in front. So maybe we can gain another position. Yes, we are through. So now we are on P20 already. Gained 7 places. Now going onto the bus stop, the car in front outbrakes himself, and I nearly outbrake myself too.
Left side.
So now we have a car on the left side, but our exit was better and our exit was better than the car in front too.
Sector 3.
Can we have a look on the inside into T1?
Car left. Hold your line.
And we can go through. And now let's have a look at the incident in Buon and in the bus stop. There are two cars spinning out at the same time and a third car. And there's a fourth car. That's why we gained some places here. Now the incident at the bus stop. The car in front outbrakes himself. And I outbrake myself, and the car behind outbrakes himself too. And cuts the corner too. That's why he was beside me. And then we could go on the inside and go past him. Now back to the live action in lap 2. We caught up with the cars in front of us. Again, 3 cars fighting. That's again not good. There's a yellow flag.
Green flag.
They are fighting very hard in front of us. And another yellow flag, and I think there's a slow car in front.
Green flag, incident clear.
And now we have 5 cars in front of us, fighting each other. It doesn't get better. I have to say I see some big carnage coming in front of us. I hope we can get through this group without any incidents.
Yellow flag, sector 3. The leader's just done 226.
There we nearly drove into the back of the car in front. I don't know why he was so slow there.
Binned it in the chicane.
But maybe we can have a look on the inside.
Gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines.
Car left.
And there we have a crash in front. That's what I meant.
Hold your line.
And then the car cuts in front of us, so we can't keep that position or gain that position.
3.
But maybe we can overtake the other car.
Left side.
Yes, he brakes very early, so we can gain another position. Let's see what happened at the bus stop. I think the orange car outbraked himself, but then he also spun himself. Let's have another look from another angle. Yes, he outbraked himself, and the green car got a hit from behind and also hit the orange car. Now back to the live action. Maybe we can gain another place on the straight. We're getting closer in the slipstream.
Left side.
And he doesn't defend it.
Still there.
I think we should be passed before the braking zone. And yes, it's done.
Nice pass.
And the car in front spins.
Sector 2 is now green.
Clear right.
Ooh, that was close.
Keep it nice and tight.
But we could avoid him. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look how close it was. And yes, it was very, very close. And then we got a small hit from the car behind. Now we are back at the live action in lap 4, approaching Eau Rouge. We are directly behind another car. Maybe we can overtake like we did in the lap before. And yes, we are alongside him. And we are past him at the middle of the straight. I think we can definitely say that the changes are made to the setup, especially the lower wing, pay off, as we are way faster on the straights than the others. Now we fast forward another lap. We're on lap 5 and there's some dust. And there's a car off into the barrier. That was a big, big crash. Let's see what happened. There he was fighting with another car, which didn't leave him space. Then he tries to go on the outside. And the car behind crashes into him. Yeah, and I think he's got some suspension damage because of that. Because you see he's fighting the car, fighting to keep it in a straight line. And then, yeah, all of a sudden he spun away. That was definitely due to the suspension damage. And now we are in lap 6, again at Eau Rouge. We got away from the cars behind and we have a car in front, about 1.3 seconds. And I'm not sure if this is the last lap. We have to get a very good lap to get him. And yeah, I think it's the last car we can overtake. But we already made 17 places up. After the crash we were in P27. Now we are in P10.
It looks like Davis has gone off.
I mean, maybe there's another lap after that, but if not, we have to get him in this lap. But we caught up 6/10 now. We're definitely in the slipstream range now. That was not the ideal line through Puyon. Now we are 9/10 behind. We have to get these corners right. And we got through pretty well. Now we are 6/10 behind. We know we have a higher top speed than the others and we have the slipstream now. I'm not sure if it will be enough. But we get closer very, very fast. And we are already beside him.
Still there.
But he wants to keep the outside. And he outbrakes himself, so we gain the position.
Clear left.
Incident in sector 1.
So we are on P9 now. That's not too bad considering the crash in the beginning of the race.
P9, last lap.
Now let's have a look at the overtake. He didn't defend himself at first, but then he tried to brake late and keep the outside. That's very strange. And yeah, he outbraked himself completely. So there's another lap and the gap to the car in front is about 10 seconds. If he doesn't make a big mistake, we won't catch him. Now it's all about keeping the position and bringing it home. And I nearly lose the car in Rivage. It looked tiny, but that was very scary. It's so easy to lose the rear. So now heading into the bus stop chicane for the last time. Not taking any risks. So that was the race. P9 is obviously not the result we wanted. We wanted to go forward and not backward in the race. But nevertheless it was a fun and exciting race. And we regained 18 places. I think that's not too bad. If we look at the fastest lap times, I think we could have been on P6 at least. So if you enjoyed the race, please leave a like and consider to subscribe if you want to see more close racing.